Good day, everyone. This is the Group 2, and today we are diving into a fascinating area where art, faith, and history intertwine the world of Christian art, specifically focusing on how it influenced our very own textile traditions here in the Philippines. As you saw, Christian art is a visual expression of faith. Now, let's look at how this expression was woven into the fabric of our culture. Christian art refers to artistic works inspired by Christianity, often depicting biblical themes, saints, and symbols to express faith and devotion. It has evolved across centuries, shaping much of Western art history and influencing architecture, painting, sculpture, and music. Colonial influence, textile arts, and Spanish impacts on patterns and weaving style. This presentation explores the rich heritage of Christian arts, focusing on colonial influence textile arts, liturgical fabrics, embroidery traditions, and Philippine textile like piña and juicy, highlighting Spanish influence on patterns and weaving techniques. Essentially, we are tracking how European patterns from the colonial period became blended with our existing beautiful indigenous weaving styles. Colonial influence textile arts in Christian context. The Spanish colonial period was the critical turning point. European, especially Spanish, motifs were merged with traditional Philippine weaving. This wasn't just about making new clothing, it was about making liturgical textile. The fabrics used in the church. These unique textile and embroidery styles were crafted to symbolize faith, express the authority of the church, and define cultural identity. You would see them used in church vestments, the priest robes, the altar clothes, and various religious ceremonies. This blending created a powerful new form of religious art. This time, let's define what is a liturgical fabric. So these fabrics are absolutely central to Christian worship. They have both a functional role, they cover the altar or are worn as vestment, and a symbolic role, their color and patterns reflect the season or message of the service. They are crafted from high quality textiles like damask, brocade, and jacquard. The designs almost always include Christian symbols such as crosses or elaborate floral motifs, all of which were heavily influenced by European designs brought over by the colonizers. So, mauni ang example sa liturgical fabrics. Now, let's look at the actual materials. So, these visuals give you a glimpse of the rich textures and patterns we're talking about. See the deep, vibrant purple and golds? So, these are often the colors of high ceremony. The intricate designs, the damask and brocade, show the complexity and effort that goes into these fabrics. So these are not simple materials, they are woven expressions of devotion and cultural blending. So meaning liturgical fabrics in Christianity, it means faith.
So, let's proceed to the damask and brocade fabrics with the weaving style. The use of jacquard, damask, or brocade fabrics, often incorporating metallic threads, reflect Spanish Baroque aesthetic. Damask fabrics are characterized by their intricate patterns created through a weaving technique that produces a reversible design with a matte and shiny contrast, often reflecting Spanish Baroque aesthetic. Brocade fabrics, on the other hand, are typically woven with metallic threads, creating rich, elaborate patterns that are often used in luxurious textiles. So, these are examples. include various luxurious textiles with a floral scroll and heraldic motif, emphasizing their decorative and opulent qualities. So, we proceed clothes and vestment made from fine fabrics like pina and ose, decorated with embroidery inspired by European ecclesiastical art. Altar cloths are used to cover the altar in a church, symbolizing reverence and respect. Vestment. These are ceremonial garments worn by clergy members during religious services, each with specific design and color that correspond to the different liturgical seasons or occasions. These are examples. Altar clothes, kasagaran makita nato sa Catholic Church, gina-design sa lamisa o sa altar. Investment clothes, mao ni ang mga ginasuot sa pari or Santo Papa sa Kristan during ceremony.
Next is the embroidery traditions. Embroidery has a long-standing history in Christian liturgical art, and it played a significant role in decorating religious garments and church-related items. This tradition was primarily used to decorate vestments, altar clothes, and other religious textiles, making them more beautiful and sacred. The intricate embroidery work added a sense of reverence and artistry to religious practices and ceremonies. Spanish colonization greatly influenced Philippine embroidery styles, bringing in complex techniques such as zardoze and calado. These styles are distinguished by their metallic thread, floral motif, and delicate cutwork, reflecting a blend of indigenous Filipino craftsmanship and Spanish artistic elements. The Spanish influence enriched the tradition, making it more elaborate and ornate, especially in religious contexts. This is an example of embroidery work, showcasing different techniques and designs. The colorful embroidery on the fabric with floral and animal motif demonstrates the creativity and skill involved in traditional Filipino embroidery. Such pieces are often used in clothing, accessories, or decorative items, reflecting the vibrant culture. The first image shows a person working on embroidery, highlighting the craftsmanship and patience required to produce detailed designs. The intricate stitches and use of bright, contrasting colors emphasize the artistry involved. These examples show how embroidery is both a craft and an art form, passed down through generations. Additional images display floral patterns, beautiful motifs, and decorative circular pieces, illustrating the diversity of Filipino embroidery styles. Each piece tells a story or represents cultural symbols, making embroidery a meaningful tradition. These examples help us appreciate the Filipino and cultural significance of embroidery in Filipino heritage. Next is Philippine embroidery. Embroidery is a really important part of our cultural heritage, and it shows up in so many different traditional garments and textiles. The cool thing is that there are different kinds of embroidery that are unique to the Philippines, and each one has its own special characteristics and uses. We have piña embroidery and Jose embroidery. Piña embroidery is known for its delicate, lace-like look. It's often decorated with floral designs and even religious symbols. You will usually find this type of embroidery on traditional clothes like the Barong Tagalog, which is a formal shirt for men, and the Alampay, which is a kind of scarf or shawl. On the other hand, Jose embroidery is lustrous and lightweight. It's often used for ecclesiastical textiles, meaning fabrics used in churches or for religious purposes. Jose embroidery usually features floral and geometric patterns. Both types of embroidery shows the creativity and skill of Filipino artisans. This is an example of piña embroidery. You can see the intricate detail and how it really does look like lace. The first two pictures are of Balong Tagalogs with piña embroidery. You can see the fine, delicate patterns on the fabric. The other pictures show close-ups of the embroidery itself, where you can see the floral motif and the detailed handiwork. These examples show how piña embroidery adds elegance and sophistication to traditional Filipino clothing. It's a beautiful art form that's been passed down through generations. This example is Jose embroidery. As we mentioned earlier, Jose fabric is often used for more formal or religious garments. The images here show the lightweight, lustrous quality of the Jose fabric, along with the embroidered patterns. You can see the geometric and floral designs that are often used in Jose embroidery. These examples show the versatility of Jose embroidery and how it can be used to create beautiful and elegant textiles for different occasions.
Let's proceed to Pina and Jose textiles. First is Pina. The Pina textile is made from pineapple leaves. For example, kanang suoton sa President pagsuna, kasagaran Pina gyud ang ilahang ginagamit or ginasuot kay sosyal ug mahal. Then, apil pud sa mga bridal gowns sa tradition Filipino wedding, labi na sa mga sosyal nga gikasal. This is the example of Pina, barong, and gown. Second is Jose textile. Ang Jose textile is mas kasagarang ginagamit example sa mga barong nga ginasuot sa teachers during school programs or formal events. Jose is kasagaran kay mas barato labi na sa GS prom kung naay mga Filipiniana style nga gown o sa hies Jose jud ang ilahang ginagamit kay sayon ra himuon. This is the example of Jose textile.
Good day everyone. Patterns. Circumlinear floral motif, symmetrical design, and religious symbols become prevalent. This means that curved polar design, systematical agreements, and religious symbols become common and pre-quality seen in art and design. They become popular because they were used to express faith, others, and beauty. Weaving style. The use of jaguar damask and the brocade fabric often incorporating metallicity adds reflect Spanish Baroque aesthetic. The use of jaguar damask and the brocade fabric which metallicity adds reflect to luxury and details. Style of the Spanish Baroque commonly and seen in church and high status clothing. So mao ni iyang mga example.
Good day, everyone. So this is the conclusion of colonial influenced textile arts and Spanish impact on patterns and weaving styles. So the Christian art in the Philippines, particularly the colonial influenced textile arts, represent a vibrant fusion of indigenous traditions and Spanish colonial influences. Liturgical fabrics, embroidery traditions, and the creation of piña and juicy textiles showcase the enduring impact of Spanish patterns and weaving styles. This cultural exchange enriched the artistic heritage of the Philippines, creating a unique and beautiful expression of faith and identity that continues to resonate today. So, the Christian art is reflect a unique cultural synthesis shaped by centuries of Spanish colonial rule. Among the most significant artistic expressions are textile arts, which became a medium of cultural exchange between indigenous traditions and European influences. This report explains how liturgical fabrics, embroidery, and the creation of piña and juicy textiles embody this fusion. Also, the colonial influenced textile arts of the Philippines illustrate how cultural exchange can produce enduring artistic legacies. By merging indigenous weaving and Spanish embroidery and liturgical traditions, Filipino artisans created textiles that were not only functional but also deeply symbolic. These fabric piña, juicy and embroidered liturgical clothes stand as testaments